Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Here with you with the first video in a new series where I am playing the game Pentiment. So what is Pentiment? To describe it from the store itself, Pentiment is an adventure video game by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Xbox Game Studios. It says, step into a living, illustrated world inspired by illuminated manuscripts and printed woodcuts in a time when Europe is at a crossroads of great religious and political change. Walk in the footsteps of Andreas Mahler, a master artist who finds himself in the middle of murders, scandals, and intrigue in the Bavarian Alps. Conduct your own investigation to decide the fate of the community, but each decision will have lasting consequences and inexorably draws Andreas closer to the center of an underlying conspiracy. Alright, sounds really cool. So very excited to play Pentiment. Right up my alley, as they say, as Lord Naren White, and I'm very excited to experience this game by Obsidian Studios. Thanks very much, Microsoft, for making this happen. Xbox as well. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in and have some fun with Pentiment by Obsidian Studios. We'll use the stylized fonts. What are we doing here? Why are we erasing this page? This doesn't seem nice. Music is quite nice. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, do we want to say I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library? I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. This one here. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting, says Beatrice. Yes, he had told me I had until the Ides of May. St. Grobian says, asshole. And he's not going to pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. Socrates. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. St. Grobian. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? Hehe. Prester John. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? What shall we say? I said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. I told him it would be done sometime when it was done, sometime before the Ides of May. I shrugged and kept on working. Let's say this. St. Grobian, that's what I'd like to hear. What's he going to do? Find someone else to finish your work before me? It's true, Beatrice. It's true. Making enemies with the abbot may not be wise, but he needs your work. Socrates. And the doing of the work is its own virtue, regardless of what the abbot may think. Prester John. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Beatrice. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Socrates. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. St. Grobian. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? Andreas. That's what my brother said in his letter. But maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely. We artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. Has to be the third one. Prester John. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Andreas. Ah, true, your majesty. Prester John. Will you visit us again soon? Andreas. Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Let's be positive. Prester John, as are many things, trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Saint Grobian, of course, your majesty. Prester John, until next time, Andreas. Andreas, until next time, your majesty. Saint Grobian, pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. Andreas, I never do. Ow. At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. Saint Grobian. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. Andreas, what shall we say? I won't, the abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey, I'm an outsider. It will be fine, I don't want to cause any trouble. Let's say the second one. St. Grobian, right. An outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Andreas, God. Could you please stop? I give up. Take me home, Grobian. Saint Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Ursula. Under. Andreas, time to get up. One. The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages, back to the Abbey. Prime, hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Andreas Mailer, 1518. Maps. Really cool. The farms, the mill, the Roman ruins, abbey, charcoal burner, shrine of Saint Cecilia, waterfall, old salt mine, Franz Bauer, and Widow Kemper. So this is the Kearsaw Abbey, the outer Tasfing, maybe? And then the Tassing, excuse me. The outer Tassing, the Tassing, and Kearsaw Abbey. People, who do we have so far? Brother Piero Verona, artist of Kearsaw Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Glossary. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Let's see what we can read from the book. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all these books to read. I really should clean this up. Same thing. Go to bed. Andreas, I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after Compline. Looks like we're heading there, I guess. What's this? Do we have like any other page or anything like that? There was an option there. We'll talk with Ursula then. Ursula. So this doesn't look very promising. Clara's here though. Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? You could, Andreas, you could say, quite well, actually, thank you. Ordinary, as far as sleeping goes. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it now. We'll say quite well. Clara. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Alberts. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Eva, Otto stopping by? Clara, yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. Andreas, that's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Clara, Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Andreas, so we can say, of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want to lose any more of his, Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose it's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Well, were these taxes unexpected? Or I'm not sure how to respond. We should definitely be nice. Clara. Oh, God bless you, Andreas. And may St. Luke watch over you today. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Andreas. Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Farine allows me to work on my masterpiece. Frank. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. Clara. From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Andreas, yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after... you could say a few missteps, some wandering, or a little too much fun. Let's say some wandering, it has the best context. Clara, it must be rather frightening, starting all over again. Andreas, you can say, I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. I like the first one. They helped me even after I dropped out of university. I can't let them down. Clara, I'm sure you make your family proud, Andreas. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Andreas, it's my finest work. It's getting there, or, well, it's hard to say until it's done. We'll go with, it's getting there. Clara, hard book will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say. God rest his soul. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Andreas, not tonight, but thank you, Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Clara, of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Andreas, of course. Until later, Clara. Andreas, hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat? Clara, of course, Andreas. How can I help? Andreas, I was wondering if I could help with your tax troubles. Or, you said you were behind on taxes to the Abbey. Exactly how much are you short? We'll go with the first one. Clara, oh, Andreas, you're our guest and tenant. Besides, it's far too much for one person to pay alone. Andreas, how much is it? Or, it can't be that much, can it? Your farm is smaller than Johann's. Clara, 2 guldens. If you can't pay your rent early, that's all right. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the abbot. Andreas, I'm happy to contribute whatever I can. I know times are hard for you right now. Or, no, I'll have my payment for you. I was merely curious. Let's go with the first one. Clara, you have a good heart, Andreas, but I'm afraid I can't accept. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity while there's still ground to till. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead of you. Your own life ahead. Andreas, I'm happy to pay early, Clara. You've been good host to me, and I can do without more than your family. If you're sure, let's go to this one. Clara, bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, all right? He would hate to know I told you about our troubles. Andreas, he won't know a thing. Clara, thank you, Andreas. Until later, Clara. Ava, hello, Andreas. That was the Gardner house. And we can head back up to the guest room. Very cool. Interesting. Peter. Andreas. Ill Peter. Ill Peter. God bless you. Andreas. Andreas? Ill Peter. Oh yes, Andreas. This weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Andreas. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Or were things very different when you were young? We'll go with the first one. Ill Peter. As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. Andreas, we can say, the church banned all observances of pagan gods, Ill Peter. Or, what sort of old customs? Or, I thought Saint Moritz protected Tassin. Or, you think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? We'll go with the first one. Ill Peter. Well, no one told Perchta that. She was here first. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassin. My father knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that. Ranning Kemper. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. Andreas, like we can say, like the old widow, Attila. Or, I won't mention that at the abbey. Or, what do these traditions entail? Let's ask the third one. Ill Peter, when you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house, and never go back the same way. That way, the witches don't steal your soul. Andreas. Oh, how interesting. Ill Peter. Cough, cough. Andreas, I should go. Ill Peter. Alright, God bless you. Big York. Morning, Andreas. Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Big York. Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Andreas. Every day but Sunday? Or where else would I be going? The first one. Every day but Sunday. Big York. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Andreas. Huh. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. Big York. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wander year before you came to Tassin? Background. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. So we can choose Basil. So Andreas knows some Italian and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Flanders. Andreas knows some Dutch and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Or Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I think Andreas is from Flanders. Andreas, Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, all the great art cities of Flanders. Big York, where's that? Andreas, north and west, down by the sea. Big York, here's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains, and you'll be able to smell a storm's coming. Andreas, how long will that take? Big York, 10, 15 years. Andreas, I don't think I have that long, Big York. Big York, what did you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Okay, so we can choose hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Heck no. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Probably one of them. Bookworm. Andreas spends all his non-working free time refining and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Actually, I'll be a businessman. Andreas, learning how to run a business. The art will come with time, but how to manage finances, to deal with clients? I have to secure my place in the world when I become a master. That's going to come from coin. Big York, you're a smart man, Andreas. I wish I could say anyone in my family knew anything about business. Most years we barely have enough to get by. Peasant's lot, I suppose. Anyway, I have to get going. Peter, York, let's go. Big York, Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Andreas, until later. We're in the town commons now. Let's talk with Endris. Oh, cool. Endris. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Andreas. Is there nothing there? Endris Smith's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Interesting. Go over there. Something's going on over there. Probably wait for that. Veronica. Martin, please. Can you give me a hand here? Martin. What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. Veronica. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Eddie. Martin. For Christ's sake, help your cousin. Veronica. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Andreas. Is there something I can do to help? No, excuse me. I'll try and stay out of your way. Martin, idiot, you're going to help them? What's this one? Should I offer to help? Socrates says, perhaps, helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. The other gentleman, whose name I'm forgetting from the first scene, says, that idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him. Give him a good scare. Hee. Perhaps we should help. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'd probably just get in their way. We'll go with, is there something I can do to help? Veronica, have you ever handled sheep before? Well, no, or a good point. Let's say good point. We had good intentions. Hetty. Oh, look. There's something going on up at the Stauner's place. Martin. Who's that on the horse? It's Rich. Eddie, I don't know, Martin, but Lucky has given him an earful. God, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Martin, do you think he's noble? He looks really rich. Eddie, God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. Martin, what, Aunt Hetty? Veronica, behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Hetty, Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Andreas, of course. See you later. We'll go with good luck. And that is where I'll end the video for this week. With that, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care, alright? Thanks again.